friends, I'm Chrissy. You found my YouTube channel, Chrissy Love, where I review fragrance. And today I am tagging along on a fragrance tag from the fragrantician herself, Gabby. She just gets sassier and sassier in every video. I love her so much. She has fun reviews, but she also has this amazing personality. So definitely check her out. I'll link, of course, to her down below. And she says that the original tag was actually from Opinionated Scents. So I'll link that channel below as well. So today I have 4 fragrances. Each one belongs to one season. And they are the fragrance that I could comfortably commit to wearing that whole season long if I had to, which of course I don't have to. I have a crazy big collection, but if I had to, I could. And my little extra at the end is going to be the fragrance that I could see applying to every season. And it's one of my very favorite fragrances and one that kind of stuck up on me as well. So thanks for being here. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, being part of this community. Makes me so happy. It's my hobby. It's my love. I love collecting perfume and being able to talk about them with you, both in the comments and also watching other people's videos, stuff like that. It just makes me feel connected and makes me feel like I'm not on this island with my 50 bottles of perfume. So it's really nice. And by the way, thanks for hanging with me. We had a different camera before. I'm using a brand new one. Today's my first video with this new camera. It was a little more expensive, but I think it's worth it. I'm already loving the picture quality a lot better. So thanks for bearing with me for November. I had pre-filmed out a bunch of them with my old camera, so I was kind of stuck with it. And actually, a little life update. I have been on the road for the last month on a road trip down to the Carolinas. I am moving to North Carolina next month, hopefully. And so I actually pre-filmed those out so that I could just have them post twice a week, as you know, people become accustomed to and as I like to post in that regularity. And so yeah, if you have any interest in talking about my trip, I did a road trip for a whole month and like what that was like, I would love to talk about it, but I'm not sure if that's a desire on this channel or not, since I talk about perfume primarily, but we'll see if that topic comes up in the future. I'd be happy to give my tips and that kind of thing. I was traveling alone, so it was quite an experience for me, and it was everything. The experience was everything. I'll just say that. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned about what I want from my life, and there's so much more to be said there, but I'll jump into the perfumes for now. I'm also posting to Instagram with my reels, my Scent of the Day reels, and TikTok, so check out those channels. They'll be linked below as well. And let's jump right into my seasonal scents here. So I'm going to start off with this season, which is now winter, at least here in Vermont. It really is starting to feel like winter. We got cold, we got snow, we got hail, we got all of it. So for that, I love wearing my Michael Kors Twilight Shimmer. I have the mini bottle here, but it comes in a larger, taller size as well. And this is one that snuck up on me because I first smelled it and it was kind of smoky on me. I didn't really like it. But then after a little while, it came back around and now it's one of my very favorites. So let me first tell you what the notes are on this. So we have top notes of plum and red fruits, middle note of Laotian oud, and base notes of praline and woodsy notes. So this is really my kind of oud. It's really a clean oud, but it has this sweet plumminess to it. So it's a little bit juicy and the woods come off as slightly smoky, but in a really nice, non-incensey kind of way, just that it adds some depth and character to it. This is a really sensual, alluring perfume. It makes me feel cozy and cuddly. I spray this on my scarf and it just sticks to it all day. And I really just love having that scent around me, especially when it's cold. But it has this nice sweetness that will appeal to gourmand lovers, I think, because I am through and through a gourmand lover. If there is not sweetness in my perfume, it's probably not for me. So yeah, and also performance-wise, it's really beast mode. It projects, it lasts, it's a stunner. So I will always have a bottle in my collection of Michael Kors Twilight Shimmer. Next I'll go around the seasons to spring, and I have Kate Spade, New York, the Eau de Parfum. Another one that no one really talked about before I got it. I just saw that it had just come out, and I had an interest in trying it, although I have never liked any of the Kate Spade perfumes before. Unpopular opinion, I know, they're just not really usually my style, but this one, Yeah, this one I like a lot better. So this one has top notes of wild strawberry, bergamot, and citruses, middle notes of freesia and rose, and base notes of ambroxan and cashmere. So I did a full in-depth review when this first came out, so I'll link that below. But this at first is very candy-like to me. But it's got this nice fresh strawberry that elevates it, and I think makes it not like a celebrity perfume style as much. I think it's a little more sophisticated. So it's sweet and it's fruity and juicy, but it has this lovely sweetness that feels so girly and fun to me. To me, it just like smells like happiness. It's just bright and fun. A little bit of tartness from the strawberry too. It's just delicious. It's just delicious. And the reason why I picked this for spring is because I think it's a good seasonal transitional kind of scent where it lends itself nicely to a little bit cooler weather or a little bit warmer weather. It really performs great either way. And also performance-wise, longevity, it really sticks to my skin for the majority of the day. I might respray it once during the day, but it doesn't really need it. I just really like to have that bubble around me all the time. It's the kind of thing where if you don't spray it twice in a day, you might kind of not smell it on every head turn, but it'll still be there for sure. Yeah, so this is fantastic. So I definitely recommend Kate Spade New York. If you've never liked any of the previous Kate Spade perfumes, this one is still definitely worth checking out. The color pink, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly the temperament of Kate Spade New York Eau de Parfum. I'll move on to summer, and now I have Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice 3. And this is the only one I really like from the anthology line from Dolce & Gabbana. And this is one that was kind of hyped a lot a year ago. It was all over YouTube and I fell in love with it. And it was not like one of those things where it was just really trendy. To me, this is honestly in my forever collection. This is the only other perfume I have a backup of because I just couldn't stand to even use it thinking it might get discontinued. And this bottle looks kind of like, well, it's a nice looking bottle, but it's really heavy. So this is a lot of a thicker glass than it might seem. It's a real quality bottle. It's not just like a body spray, for example. So the notes on this, we have top notes of kiwi, rhubarb, and pink pepper, middle notes of watermelon, cyclamen, and jasmine, and base notes of lemon tree, musk, and sandalwood. And this is a very beautiful rhubarb watermelon heavy scent. It's fresh and yummy. It definitely smells like a cocktail. And that rhubarb, usually rhubarb is not naturally sweet on its own, right? You have to, with pie, like put tons of sugar into it. So I think that watermelon sweetens it up and the rhubarb adds a little bit of sass, a little bit of tartness. So it has this bite that's just like kind of addicting. Like even if it's not on me, I want to just come back to this bottle and smell it throughout the day because it has like a scent that just gets me. It kind of has like a effervescence, like kind of a seltzer feeling. It kind of reminds me of like a rhubarb watermelon seltzer or something like that. So it's really refreshing. But I would say this is all summer. I don't really wear this other times throughout the year. It doesn't really, it makes me feel cooled and cooling. And so that's why I don't really want it when I'm feeling cold or anything, though it does smell good. So yeah, this is a really, really great one for just like bringing to the beach. This bottle will really stand up in your beach bag. It'll, it won't break on you. So you can kind of bring this around with you throughout the day, spray it around you, cool you down a little bit. Performance-wise, it does have to be resprayed a few times throughout the day. It's not the strongest performing perfume on me and my skin, but it's worth the respray. If you put it on your hair and clothes, obviously it'll stick with you like any perfume will. So yeah, this is one I highly, highly recommend. I'm probably gonna get another backup bottle because someday it's gonna go out of production and I'm just gonna be, I've never smelled anything like it. Nothing even similar to it. So definitely check out Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. I will round it out with fall, which has to be mine, and I think a lot of people's favorite season for perfumes. And my pick for that is Kilian Angel's Share. And the bottle is incredible. It looks like a whiskey glass. Isn't that something? So I'll give you the notes on this. It has top notes of cognac, middle notes of cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak, and base notes of praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. But what this really brings to the table It smells like a baked good. It smells like buttery crust, brown sugar. I smell some clove, a little bit of spiciness in there, but it's not heavy-handed and it's not candle-like. A lot of times when scents are too gourmand or too spicy, to me they kind of smell like candles more than perfume, but this is something I absolutely want to smell like. It is just scrumptious. It is so cozy and cuddly, and it's just a treat. But it doesn't really develop in my skin. There isn't like a top scent and a mid scent for me. It really is very linear. Performance-wise though, it does last and project all day on me. So it's a really high performer. So that's my favorite for fall. Could this be good for winter? Yes, this should definitely transfer to winter as well. But something about like the clove and the spices and like that kind of like baked item scent just to me feels like crunching leaves in fall. So definitely check out, if you've been considering this line, this like liquor inspired line from Kilian. This is my very favorite of all of them. So that is Angel Share. I'm going to finish up with the one I think applies to all seasons and is definitely a lifer in my collection. That is Guerlain's Shalimar Eau de Cologne. Now it's important. There's a lot of Shalimars. The Eau de Cologne is the only one I really love. Now this is missing its top. It usually has this little blue top. Well, as always, I'll have a picture in the corner of the screen of what the full bottle looks like. But this has top notes of bergamot and lemon, mandarin orange and cedar, middle notes of iris, vetiver, patchouli, jasmine, and rose, and base notes of leather, vanilla, incense, opoponyx, benzoin, sandalwood, civet, Peru balsam, and musk. And this is one that starts off a little bit like an aldehyde type vintage scent to it, but in the dry down, it's just incredible. It's like this lemon biscuit cookie with powdered sugar on it. It's very gourmand, but it's like not, but the lemon makes it a little bit more fresh. So will someone smell necessarily cookie on you? Not necessarily. I think it just has this vintage, timeless vibe to it that really applies to any season, because like spring and summer, it has that lemonness to it, but then it also has that like baked good kind of inspiration that's really good for fall and winter when you want to feel cozy. So this is one that I think also transfers well from day to night, because at nighttime, it's still got this kind of sophistication to it. It's complex. It has that Guerlain quality. Performance-wise, it really lasts and projects on me too. I absolutely adore it. And I've been noticing that this has been a lot more production lately. For a little while, it was kind of harder to find. Then it started getting hyped, and now I'm seeing it in a lot more places. So it's pretty accessible at this point, even though it's this older formulation. So definitely check this one out. And that is Guerlain's Shalimar, the Eau de Cologne. So this was an exercise not just in which scents are good for the seasons, but honestly, what are my top scents? What are the ones that I just really wouldn't let go? And that's oftentimes very hard to assess, but this exercise pulled it out of me, and it's true. These are like honestly some of my very, very favorite perfumes. So thank you so much, Gabby, for tagging me. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate everyone who's watching. It's great to have you here. Hope you have a very beautiful day.